Hey everyone, and welcome to the workshop. Today, we're going to be building LEGO Star Wars set number 75299, Trouble on Tatooine, from Season 2 of The Mandalorian, streaming on Disney+. Let's jump right in. In tackling this set, I wanted to try something I'd never done before. I'm going to assemble it without the instructions, so using only the promo photos seen on the outside of the box. Just get rid of these. A smaller set like this shouldn't be too difficult, but it should still provide an interesting challenge. And now that I've got bag number 1 open, we'll go ahead and pull all the pieces for our minifigures. With those parts separated out, we'll be ready to put them together. We'll start here with Mando. Now, it's interesting, even though we've seen Mando's face on the show, they're still just providing the solid black headpiece to go under his helmet. I guess since nearly all the other characters haven't seen his face yet, LEGO's decided to just kind of maintain some of that secrecy. And then we also have Baby Grogu. Now, on the box, he's listed as the child, which of course is what he's called all through Season 1, and I guess that was a way to kind of keep from revealing that spoiler. LEGO has been known for accidentally revealing spoilers ahead of tie-in movie and television releases, so I'm sure Disney took steps to kind of prevent that this time around. And lastly, we'll assemble Mando's pulse rifle. One of the reasons I bought this set in the first place was for this newer Mando minifigure. There had been other sets from The Mandalorian prior to this one, but you can see here he's got his newer armor, the shiny Beskar versus what we had at the beginning of Season 1. And even the Razor Crest set has the older armor that you can see here. He's got the chipped paint and rusty armor pieces, even a dull and darker shade of gunmetal gray on the helmet. So I was really just keen to get the updated minifigure and to finally add Grogu as well. Here we have all the remaining parts from bag 1 for the speeder bike. I'll go ahead and sort through those really quickly, which will make things a lot easier to find as we're building. With all that sorted, we're ready to get started. Throughout each of the videos on the channel, I'm going to be highlighting just a few parts from each build to work on expanding our vocabulary and knowledge base on the many various parts and what they can accomplish. We'll start with part number 4085, a modified 1x1 plate with an open horizontal O-clip. These are really great for connecting types of hinges or for mounting accessories and other parts, and since it's a 1x1 plate, you can fit it pretty much anywhere. So far, not having too much trouble without the instructions. With a set this size, the easiest approach is to simply build what you see. I can see a lot of the parts and connections and the various angles featured on the box for the set, so I'm not doing too bad. I will say though that this is my second building attempt on bag 1, because as we approach the body of the bike, some of it is a little obscured and there's an element of trial and error. You kind of have to gauge what parts you have left and try them out to see what works and what doesn't. It's actually, as we get into this part here, the small plates all interlock in a sort of odd configuration that's really not easy to see, even with the various angles featured on the box. It's kind of tough to tell what layer each piece sits on to form the body. Get all these machine parts in a row on the side here, and then once we finally get to the top, we're back to parts we can see. We'll be able to put on the seat and the side clip mounts. Just finishing up the top layer here. At the back of the bike, we see this little cargo satchel and Grogu's little baby seat attached here. And what's cool is that these little rounded parts have these small pegs that allow them to be flipped and pressed in upside down from its normal relative position, which holds the cargo loosely but securely in place. Now we start on the handlebars. This part could be a bit tough because from the photos you can't see the black Technic part that connects these two. But it's very important for the structural integrity, keeping the handlebar joint movable but rigid. We're slowly closing in on the end of bag 1. We've got a few more small accessories to attach to the body of the bike. Mando's little pistol here. And then we'll take these rods and connect them to the front part of the bike, attaching them to part number 4085. And there we have our speeder bike. Overall, not too bad for bag 1, but we do still have 2 bags to go, so we'll pick up with bag number 2 next.